Brothers and sisters, there is a word that every human being desires, regardless of age, gender, nationality. Everyone likes this word. And all the prophets embodied this word. All the philosophers chased this word. It's the word is wisdom. Or in Arabic, al-hikmah. Everyone wants to like to be wise. That's a very beautiful word in every single language. This word occurs in Qur'an many times. And sometimes when Allah Ta'ala mentioned this word, mentioned in context that you can apply that word in a certain context. For example, in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah mentioned with the context of spending money in charity. He said this is wisdom. Because sometimes you may ask, if I make effort and I collect a lot of money, why I give it to someone else in charity? That seems not wisdom. But Qur'an said this is the core of wisdom. Because you save it for yourself also. But not in your bank account in this world, but in your bank account in the hereafter, in Jannatul Firdaus. Today I want to share with you that some tips or some reflections about surah in Qur'an mention hikmah. It's the surah of Luqman. Luqman is not a prophet. Luqman is a man, Allah gave him wisdom. And Allah mentioned his name in Qur'an to be a role model for us. And when he mentioned his name, he mentioned only in one thing. One day, Luqman gave advice to his son. Allah records that advice in Qur'an till the day of judgment. Today, lesson for every single parent or every single one who will be in the future a parent or every single person who care about this ummah. What's the best way to raise our children? From the wisdom of Luqman. وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِابْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ. The first lesson from Luqman, when he said, وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِابْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيِّ. First wisdom is Ya Bunay. Ya Bunay means, oh my beloved son. Luqman said to us, build love before you give advice. You need to build love environment first. Build that connection with your children before you give them commands. Love is before advice. Connection with them before commands. To let them see the love in your voice, in your eyes. Let them hear love in your voice. Let them feel love in your presence. When you build that environment, then it's easy for them to accept advice from you. But if you are a parent, only appear when there is some mistake and you say, don't do that, don't do that. That's not a hikmah. That's not a wisdom. Love is first. Second, وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ. Luqman didn't give advice all the time. Arabic language is very deep. Allah said, وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ. From this statement, we realize that Luqman used to give advice occasionally, not constantly. Because if you are a parent who always give advice, that's not wisdom. Some parents, they give lecture when a cup is broken, a full lecture. When the children came late, a few minutes, there's another lecture. When you just wake up a few minutes late, there's another lecture. Luqman only give direct advice when it's necessary. Because a good parent can fix a lot of things without even talking. Sometimes just when you are a role model for them, they will learn. Sometimes when they made a mistake and you just look to them in a way out of love and caring, they will understand their mistakes. You don't have to talk all the time and give advice. Only occasionally. Third, وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِابْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيَّ لَا تُشْرِكْ. Prioritize what matters. Luqman start with the most important things, with the tawheed. We don't associate anyone with your Lord. That's the most important. What does that mean? It means in parenting, choose the most important. You can't correct every single mistake. You have to ignore many things you see because it's a minor things. Focus only on the most important. We are a human being. We are not robot. If you try to correct me in every single thing, I would not care about your advice. So try to choose the most important. And the most important is our religion. So Luqman started with the most important. La tushrik billah. Don't associate anyone with your Lord. And even he started with that before he talked about prayer. And I say why he did that. But what interesting is when he talked about Tawheed, he didn't just explain it in a very strict way. He explained it in logic way. He said, don't associate anyone with the Lord. This is injustice. You know, our children nowadays, the most beloved word to our kids is not fair. It's not fair. Maybe you heard it a lot at home. So Qur'an used it because we, in our nature, we don't like injustice. Luqman said, you know, when you associate someone with God, that's not fair. That's injustice. How can someone created you, caring about you, give you everything, and then you thank someone else? That's not fair. He speaks in logic. Nowadays, our teenagers come to us to ask some questions. They need sometimes some logic answers. If you don't know, and they refer to them to someone who knows. But answer their questions. And then next, when he talked about Tawheed straight away, he didn't talk about prayer yet. He talked about the attributes and names of Allah. يا بني إنها إن تك مثقال حبة من خردل. He say, if a small seed in a rock at night, either in heaven or in the earth, Allah will bring it. In another word, Allah is watching you. Allah is seeing you. Allah is subtle. Allah is watchful. Why he mentioned this? Because that's the only way you can protect your children. If you take the mobile phone from your children, they will borrow from your friends. If you don't let them go out, internet will come to them. There's no guarantee to do. The only guarantee, or the most important, just plant the seed of loving of Allah in their hearts. After that, you don't worry about them. If they go to university far away, they will not fear you. They will fear Almighty. They will love the one who always with them. Prayer come now, he talk about prayer. Ya bunayya aqim as-salah. And then he talk about do and don't do. You know, commands or prohibitions come later. That's very important point in parenting. If you start just with do and don't do, wear hijab, pray, go to the mosque, commands, do and don't do, they don't know why. There's no foundation behind it. The foundation is knowing Allah. The foundation is names of Allah and His attributes. When they love Allah, now it's easy for them to obey. Everything will make sense now. A sister wear hijab just because my parents say that. I don't know why. But when that sister know Allah very well, they will be very happy and grateful that she obey her Lord. If the brother go to the mosque because he love Allah, that's different. Commands come later. That's just some of his wisdom because of short time of khutbah. That's some strategies of parents. May Allah Ta'ala give us ability to raise our children in the best way. May Allah Ta'ala give us ability to give us wisdom, give us hikmah. May Allah Ta'ala raise our children in the best way. May Allah Ta'ala put love in their hearts. May Allah protect them in this time. May Allah Ta'ala make them from those Ahlul Firdaus. May Allah Ta'ala relieve all the pain from our brothers and sisters in Gaza and around the world, especially in Gaza. May Allah remove this tragedy. May Allah stop this war. May Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala make us among those يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله وسلم على عبد رسول سيدنا محمد والحمد لله رب العالمين.